Sweetness, aka the coolest guy that ever drove an Element.
This joke is
we're talking
right
Central Division right now.
Hold up. What do you think you're doing?
Well, you were fucking late to the segment, so I just figured I'd do it by myself.
It's well established, bro. That's where I fucking sit. You go over there where it stinks. It's fresh over here. Stink, fresh. Stink, fresh. Stink, fresh.
All right.
Move over.
This is stinky. This is certainly stinky because we are talking the Central Division and the Eastern Conference, and I don't like the looks of it this year, guys. Last year, Chicago finished first in the Eastern Conference, first in the division. They will be missing the playoffs as far as I'm concerned. Thibodeau might be a great coach, and they might have some great players, but they got nothing at the point, and they don't have enough depth. They made a bunch of weird offseason moves. They're missing the playoffs. They'll be hanging out in the basement.
The Bulls, I think their 3 point guards equal half a point guard, but I still think, as well coached as they are, they slide right into the playoffs. They sneak in. I think they're good for a number 8. Yeah, I mean they're gonna be awful though. I mean if D Rose can come back at any point in the season, which is doubtful. I mean maybe that even helps them push up to a 7 or a 6 because the East is so weak. But honestly, this is the worst division in the conference. Let's move along.
You know, it's not gonna be smelling like roses in Chicago, similar to Zach's breath. Moving on, Indiana, the Pacers. They finished second in the division last year. They made the playoffs. They looked very dangerous in the playoffs last year. I have them winning the division this year. I think they could be a 50-win team, certainly. I don't think they make the leap that everyone wants them to, but I think they stay the course.
First of all, big ups to Def Left Shrimp.
Left Shrimp, you know what's good.
But I'll say this. I think they're a 50-win team this year. I don't think they're contenders, but I do think that they are one of the best teams in the East because the East is so weak. I think Paul George is going to make improvements. I like a couple of their pickups, Gerald Green.
But they're also not pretenders because they are not a band from the 80s. Moving on, let's go. Milwaukee, the Bucks. Scotty Styles, head coaching. This team is known for their defense. Are they making the playoffs this year?
I don't think they make the playoffs. I think they probably finish 9th in the East. I do fear the Deer, but I'm not down with the Monte Ellis, Brandon Jennings backcourt. I think it's a clusterfuck. I love Ilyasova. I think their center situation is kind of scrubbed. When Sammy D's your best center, there's something wrong.
Don't hate on Dallenberg. I like him. Dude's gonna get you lots of blocks. Plays great defense. I think they squeeze in, make the 8th seed in the playoffs. They were only 5 games out last year. I think they can do it this year. I don't think they make a run in the playoffs by any means whatsoever. They get trampled by Miami, but I think they make the playoffs for the first time in a couple of years. And big ups to what's going on in Milwaukee right now. I think they're on the same path. Moving on, we've got Detroit, the Pistons. This team is. I don't know what you say about this team. There's a lot of moving parts. You know, there's a lot of moving parts that you can like about this team, but are they going to do anything?
This is one of the ugliest teams, I think, in the NBA. Just the way that they're shaped, the guys they have on this team, it's weird, stucky. Tayshaun Prince is out of his prime. I don't know why he's still holding on to him.
Also legitimately an ugly person.
Jonas Jerebko, so on. I just think that, I don't know, I have them finishing 3rd from last in the conference. I think they continue to be less than mediocre. Yep. They're fucking trash. Let's move on.
I think so too. No bailouts for Detroit this year. Cleveland at the bottom of the conference last year. People are looking at them to make some moves. Some people are even talking dark horse playoff team. I don't think so. I think Irving's too young. I think Alonzo G doesn't score enough, even though I think he does score all right. There's just not enough there in Cleveland. They've got some all right jerseys. That's about it.
Those throwback jerseys are fresh.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all you can say about Cleveland is they got some throwback jerseys.
Yeah.
LeBron James used to play for him. He doesn't anymore.
Yeah. Don't rep any team that Dan Gilbert owns. So they'll be hanging out at the bottom of that division again. But look for them to make for some exciting games.
Big ups to my boy Varejao.
Emerson Varejao, sideshow Bob of the NBA. I think his career is coming to an end. That being said, that is the end of our NBA preseason predictions for Double Drivel. I'm the Sweetness, a.k.a. the most handsome dude on this couch right now.
I'm Eggshell Todd, a.k.a. Z Money, a.k.a. Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday.
Double Drivel.
Every time we show up, haters think they know stuff, and we giving off, do it like we supposed to.